Hey guys, it's Raleigh here and welcome to episode 18 of Let's FIFA 18. And as you can see here, we sold on even more players on our transfer list. We're sitting on 162,000 coins. And we are going to spend those coins on building a quite strong team that can compete in FUT Champions in the upcoming week and in the divisions as well. So first player is Rashford. I thought I'd give him a go. I had some trouble when I played against him. And I also picked up Martial. Very expensive for him, both of them. Premier League players in general, quite expensive. Now, another player I picked up was Son, because I thought he was the equivalent of Perisic, which I've been using as a centre mid. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills, pace, shooting. And I think he will hopefully be playing just as well as Perisic has been for us in our Serie A squad. Apart from that, I picked up Marlos as a 5-star skiller on the right-hand side of the pitch. Fernandinho, box-to-box midfielder, and Fred as well. So I think the midfield and the attack is very, very strong. Of course, also quite expensive, especially for the big Premier League players, those who are got really, really good stats. If I were to build that squad in Serie A, it would of course be way cheaper. Then I went into the Bundesliga for the last part of the squad. Just to get some cheap but good players into the side. So we get Tar and FUT into the squad, and we'll also get Fairman as our goalkeeper. Got some pretty good stats, I'd say, for an 84 rated goalkeeper. There, 2,200 coins would get him for. And finally, we'll also get a right back in Weiser. I believe he got 4-star skills as well. So that was pretty much all for the team. Around 150,000 coins, a bit more to build this squad. So Fairman in the net, 6'5", and all his stats are very, very good, I'd say. So I'm looking forward to trying him out. Kevin FUT in on the first centre-back spot. Tall, fast, defensive and physical stats all right. Same thing pretty much goes for Tar. So I think the two centre-backs are quite good. Weiser on the right back, 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. We'll see how he performs. And on the left back, we got Rose. Quite expensive for the left back there, but it was the only way to get full chemistry on Son, which I'm looking forward to trying out. The stats are so similar to Perisic's that I'm hoping he can perform just as well. Then we got Fernandinho. He will sort of be the anchor of the midfield, the defensive player, and his stats are just very, very nice. And Fred as well, high work rates, box-to-box midfielder. I think that's pretty good. And Marlos on the right wing spot, high dribbling, 5-star skills. Hopefully he can make something happen for us. We got Rashford, high-low work rates, will just stay forward. And same thing applies for Martial, low defensive work rates, which is quite nice. And the 4-star skills on him. So that is pretty much the little team we built. Of course, I'd say Rashford and Martial are overpriced like crazy, but they're also really good in the game, so I'm hoping they will give us a bang for the buck. They will perform for us and be just a lethal attack we can count on. So we jump back into Division 6 to test out our new squad, and we're up against some similar players, and he got Emre Can, a player that maybe could fit into a squad at one point as well. He does look to be pretty good, and we played 9 minutes, we're on the ball here, we played to Marlos, and Marlos will go out on the wing here, use the drag back to beat the defender, try out a finesse shot for the far corner, but just wide of the post. A couple minutes later, again on the ball, it's Rashford here, find him some space, and he will pass it off to Son. Son will lay it back, and we're talking about hoping that Rashford and Martial will perform. I'd say that's a pretty good start. What a shot from Rashford there from outside the box to make it 1. Rashford on the ball again, beating the defender, getting a shot in just wide of the post. And then we go into the second half. Look at those touches from Martial to beat the defenders. He runs past another one, makes his way towards the box, and he will eventually get a bit of a shot in, but saved by Lloris there. And we would eventually get the second goal of the match, and it was Martial to get that one. So 2 United players performing for us, but unfortunately I couldn't quite get my opponent off the ball here. Jesus was very difficult to play against, and he could be interesting as well to try, but very expensive. So my opponent gets a goal there. He hits me on a counter attack as well a couple minutes later, and I tried to block off the shot, just went right through my defender. 2-2 it was. We, again, just like the last episode, dropped a 2-goal lead. A little bit disappointed in that, and actually, it will get even worse. A random football just completely splitting my defense about. Gabriel Jesus was there, 3-2. And I was about to lose my first match with the new team. But I didn't want that to happen. So a nice combination play here to find Martial on through and would make it 3-3 and get a draw out of the match in the end. We had a lot of chances. My opponent had 4 shots on target, 3 goals, so it was like, it's just unfortunate that we dropped the lead, but still, it's okay. It was very enjoyable to play with the team. The combination play felt very good, even better than the Serie A squad. Some problems with the defending, I mean, it will happen every now and again, could happen with the other squad as well. So, of course, I wanted to give the squad another go. The fitness was like just an edge. I added a fitness card there to Fernandinho. The other players I thought were okay-ish enough to go in. I prefer them to have above 90 fitness, but yeah, a couple of players there on 88, but I wanted to play another match with this side. So we jump into the division yet again, and they will face another opponent who had that certain player I struggle a bit against. That was Gabriel Jesus. He also had Martial, very strong midfield and defense. The team overall looked to be a bit of a FUT champions squad, in my opinion. Looked very, very strong. And my opponent does start off pretty well in the third minute. He'll play it on through to Jesus. He'll take the shot, but a big save there from Fairman. And then it's our turn to create something. Martial there with the dummy to beat the defender, finding a lot of space. We cut inside. We find Rashford. Rashford with the back heel to Fred. We take the shot, but save there by Schmeichel, and from that we get a corner, a bicycle kick in from Martial, but Schmeichel able to save that one from a bit of a narrow angle. 23rd minute, Fernandinho there, finding Rashford on through, and he will finesse that around Schmeichel and give us the lead. So very good stuff there. And a 40th minute, it is Son here in the midfield, a little bit lucky to hang on to the ball, play back to Rose. Rose finding Fernandinho, and I just felt whenever I played with this team, there was a lot of open possibilities with passes, and look at that stuff from Rashford into the box, but blocked off there by Rose in the end. Good stuff though. We get the corner, we send it in, win the header just over the crossbar, and after that, I think my opponent just lost his connection. I don't think it was a rage quit, but as you'll see here as we watch the replay, it started lacking and then it just cut off completely. So I think it was a loss of connection or something like that. Anyways, we had the lead and we didn't drop the connection. So we'd get 3 points from this match. And that means we're on 11 points now in the division. We have 5 games left to go. We need 8 points if we want to get the title, 5 if we want to promote. So that seems pretty doable. Our projection is 26 points at least. So we're on the right track, I'd say. And yeah, after the match, I thought we'll play another one, but we'll rest our new build team now. And instead, we will play with the little Serie A squad. And this match we're going into was going to be probably one of the most fun matches and crazy matches I've played so far this year. There was a lot of good goals, both from my side and from my opponent's side. So, yeah, it was a bit of a firework match or something like that. I don't know what to call it, but it was very entertaining. He had 2 icons in Puyol and Van der Sar, a tough BPL squad, pace on the wings, midfield maybe not the fastest with Fabregas or Cazorla, but still a good-looking squad. And Fabregas starts off my opponent's match very well with a long shot, 1-0. So not the start I was hoping for, but it seemed like his defense or midfield didn't backtrack very much. I don't know why, because he had Bakayoko, like a player I thought would track back. But we got to go back. We made a 1-1. Cruyff turn beating the defender completely. And I was a bit sad I didn't score on that, because that had been a very nice goal. But instead, it was a rebound and we went to the lead. So far, my opponent scored a nice little long shot. I created some chances, but not any goals I'd call amazing. But right from the kickoff, we're on the ball here. Costa with a couple of skill moves onto Zielinski. Zielinski finds Cuadrado. Cuadrado turns around, beats the defender, and fires that in. I'd say that was a bit of a better goal, giving us the 3-1 lead. But we're not done just yet. We find Costa here. He beats Puyol, and he will make his way forward towards the box, trying out the shot there. I was just feeling a little bit confident at this stage. Cuadrado on the ball, little elastico. We pass it around. We find Perisic, and we get a little bit of luck here. A cheeky little sombrero flick, the volley, and there we have another goal. Again, a pretty nice goal, but not perfect. Not perfect, but there's more to come. Cuadrado on the ball, just playing around with the defenders. Couldn't get a good shot in, though. And instead, he would pull this off. A little Okocha flick past Puyol, volley that in. That was 5-1. What a lovely goal from Cuadrado. And say that was probably the best goal at this stage of the match. Very good stuff. The Okocha flick there over Puyol trying to get the ball. I'm quite happy about that one. And the volley there into the bottom corner. So pretty good stuff. 76 minute. We're on the ball. We play to Costa. Costa up towards Gomez. Gomez stops up, goes a little skill move, makes his way towards the box. We wait up and just using some fake shots, some drag backs, some step overs, that kind of stuff, and eventually send it to the back post. And Cuadrado going for the bicycle kick, but it hits the defender, and in the end, my opponent able to clear it away, go on the counter attack. Actually, he'll play it on through to Antonio, and this was yet another nice little goal. The chip there in under the crossbar over my goalkeeper. Pretty good goal in my opinion. And 5-2 it was. And we're on the ball here in Paris. This nice little combo using the directional fake shot and a sidestep combo. We get a shot in, but it's safe. We pick it up with Cuadrado. Cuadrado with the waka waka, I suppose it's called. We go with a Bolasie flick and we pick up a free kick. And I haven't had much luck with shooting on my free kick, so I thought, let's try for something fancy here. We lay it off and go with an advanced rainbow flick over 1, 2, 3 defenders, volley that in and make it 6-2. And complete the hat-trick from Perisic as well. What a ridiculous game this was. That rainbow flick was just perfect, and the volley to finish it all off. And there was one more chance in this match. It was Costa on the ball here in the 90th minute, just going with some skill moves on the edge of the box, seeing if make something happen, get one more goal in this match, just toying around with the defenders. I didn't really know what to do. Went with a fake drag back here, the ball flick, getting the shot in, and we hit the post. Almost got another lovely goal, but it was going to end at 6-2. And what a match that was. So we're on 14 points. It's looking very good in the division. We have 2 strong teams. And I think in the next episode, we might start competing a bit in the FUT Champions, see if we can qualify. And that'll be all for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later.